Today we have our Feng Shui Sifu, Master Victor back. When someone feeling down on luck, right, like lose job, failed in a relationship or facing health issue, what can we do to boost our luck instead of, spending money like buying crystals and...
Sembawang Hot Spring.
Oh.
That is free for everyone. So if we can get the water to bathe, that means we can cleanse off the bad luck. We call it the bigger the nose, the better the more obedient the person is.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you can take these three parts, the eyebrow, the ears, and the nose, it's better than looking at biodata.
Okay, welcome back to Heart Dialogue. Today we have our Feng Shui Sifu, Master Victor back. Hello, Victor.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yeah, because the previous episode we were talking about the Ghost Festival and then we were talking about the 祭拜祖先.
Correct.
Right,
yes.
correct. So I didn't even get a chance to actually shoot a lot of questions, but I have a lot of questions in my head. So today I invite him back to the studio because I've prepared a list of questions. I hope we can finish this today. And also because since we are moving forward to 2025 soon, right?
Correct.
So I have a lot of questions and hopefully this can help the audience, to improve your luck. Heng ong hua lah. Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
When someone feeling down on luck, right? Like lose job, failed in a relationship or facing health issue, what can we do to boost our luck instead of, spending money like buying crystals and...
Okay, basically when we are down on our luck, we call it bad luck exists. When bad luck comes to our life, usually, like what you say, we have lost our job, we have probably some problem in our life and so on, relationship and so forth.
Yeah.
Now, there are ways we can go and buy a lot of items that will cost a lot of money. But because you're really on bad luck, you don't have a lot of finances left.
True.
So what can we do to utilize whatever we have to get rid of this bad luck? So in my year of experience, I think that there are a few ways we can do it without using a lot of money. So I'll mostly give my customer 3 options.
Okay, what are the 3?
So option 1, what they can do is that they can get a raw egg.
Raw egg?
Yeah. So what they do is they rub it on top of their head.
Raw egg. Okay, rub it on top of
your
head,
head,
like the
right?
forehead.
Yeah, for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then after that, you have to break the eggs and then you could look for a sign. So usually some eggs, right, when you break it, you see a black little dot inside the egg when you break the eggs.
Oh.
Yeah, when that happens, that means your bad luck has been transferred to the egg and it has been get rid of it from your body.
Okay.
So that's one way. So egg is not going to cost you a lot of money, something that we all can afford.
Yes.
Now, B, what we can do with B, we use the natural power of water to cleanse our body. Now, this is not talking about bathing. This one we talk about physical water. So that means you have to go down to maybe the seaside.
Sentosa.
Not so much on Sentosa, but more toward East Coast.
Oh, why East Coast but not Sentosa?
So Sentosa, well, it has a history of where during the World War II, there's a lot of death energy there. So there's a lot of other death energy in other parts like Punggol area. So we have to focus on East Coast, the water is cleaner. So we soak ourselves in the water for 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then it symbolizes cleansing.
Okay.
So using seawater to cleanse off whatever bad luck that is been stained on our body. Okay, the third way that we can cleanse our bad luck is what we can. In Singapore, we have to use natural spring water. So there is one in the northern part of Singapore, which is the Sembawang Hot Spring.
Oh.
That is free for everyone. So if we can get the water to bathe, that means we can cleanse off the bad luck.
Wow. Okay. The reason why everyone I just want to share with the audience, the reason why I like Sifu a lot, right, is because he definitely not the one that asks you to keep buy this and buy that, to improve your luck. I mean, ever since I met him, he always emphasized hey, to improve your luck, you can do it free. FOC, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just gonna repeat it for the audience. Okay,
Yeah.
Number 1, just simply get a raw egg, rub Okay, rub like your forehead for 5 to 10 minutes and then break it. Look for a sign. Number 2, water. Okay, so seaside.
Seaside.
Okay, not Sentosa, not Punggol, but the East Coast.
Yes.
All right. Then number 3,
spring water.
Spring water. Okay, it's the Sembawang hot spring.
Yes, correct.
Thank you, Sifu.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, don't need to buy crystal and everything. Okay. Okay, number 2, how to deal with toxic work environment? Like, for example, those bad, stable colleague and difficult bosses.
Okay.
And
So,
but then I cannot afford to change a job.
correct. So in most cases, people come and approach me. Basically, they need a job, but in the line of job, they meet up toxic environment. They have difficult colleagues. They have difficult bosses that affects their day-to-day job. And they will ask me what can they do, right? Of course, number 1, because of the toxic environment, definitely the customer won't be happy.
Yes.
So buying excessive things, buying a lot of feng shui item, not going to help a lot, but it has about 25% impact.
25%.
So I will expect the customer, number 1, you must have a very, we call it open-minded opinion about this environment. What I'm trying to say is this, is that you have to use reverse psychology. Basically, the person that be more nasty to you, you have to be more nicer to this person. So in Chinese, we call it 化成贵人, means transform whoever that's toxic to you, convert into your benefactor.
Wow.
By being nice to this person and through times, right, this person will have less impact on you. And then your life in the working environment gets a lot better. Likewise for the bosses. The more the bosses make it difficult for you, the more you need to put effort to turn that around.
Okay, interesting. Like what I'm hearing now is really like our mindset
Correct.
also will change our luck.
Correct.
Am I right?
So our mindset is, okay, for example, our mind, right, is made up of a conscious mind, and then we have the subconscious mind.
Yes.
So we have to understand how the subconscious mind works. The way it works is through repetition and through manifestation. So repetition, an event that keep repeating, and something that we manifest will affect the subconscious of our mind. So by doing this, by changing our mindset, do we manifest that we are happy at where we are? This energy will indirectly turn whatever toxic into positive. So that is part of the way feng shui, or the part of the way destiny reader will advise someone to turn this thing around without incurring a lot of costs.
Yeah, because I agree with you, Sifu, because when we are in a very negative state, right?
Correct.
It doesn't matter how much money we spend on buying something. If we never change our mindset, the energy will not change, right?
Correct.
So you can spend money buying something, but first change your mindset. Like what Sifu said, reverse psychology, to have the open mind, right? To treat this so-called not good colleague or not good bosses to see them as a good person.
Correct. Then you'll find that you'll be working more happier in that environment.
Yes.
Then things will manifest and you become more happier.
Yes, this definitely is a very, I would say, it will get the audience shocked because they maybe expect you to buy something to put in the office, you know. But instead, you ask them to change their mindset.
Correct.
And to change our subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind is the most important.
学到东西. Okay, the third one, okay, since, you know, I'm someone who always dream about anything whenever I sleep. So regarding dreams, right, how to decipher a dream, whether there's a bad dream, nightmare, or whether it's a good sign or bad sign?
Okay, when it comes to dreams, right, usually if the dream is a one-off, so say I have a nightmare on Monday night, and on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that doesn't have a similar nightmare, usually it's a one-off thing, that's fine. We all have stress, we all have a difficult work-life environment, nightmare will come. But what we need to focus on is that this particular dream comes on regularly, maybe in 1 week, 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
The same story, the same nightmare, the same bad things that occurs. Then we have to decipher that dream. What is this dream trying to tell us?
Okay.
Okay, so you have to find out some masters who will decipher the dream for you. So what you need to be more careful on.
I see.
But for me, just advice for everyone. There are 4 things to take note when you have a very bad nightmare or dreams. Then you should not leave the house. So dream number 1, if you inside your dream, you dream yourself all full of blood. For example, if you cut your fingers and blood fall all over, you get yourself someone pour blood over you. So when you have a dream like that, then the next day you should call in and take MC and rest at home. So these are signs of something that is not good is going to come.
Like no matter, even if it's not on not regular basis, like I just had this dream once.
Correct.
Okay.
When you find yourself, your body is full of blood. So it symbolizes that something bad is going to come and you're going to lose blood. So we don't like that kind of dream.
Okay.
Dream number 2, something happens to the house. Your house collapse due to structural problem, or that could be like a tsunami, or that could be an earthquake. So when you have a dream of your home being destroyed, now this is again a bad sign. So you have to be very careful. Then again, call in MC, take a rest at home.
Okay.
Now, dream number 3, we talk about accident. So let's inside your dream, you dream yourself of being in a car accident. Could be a train accident, could be a plane accident, could be a ship accident. And then you find yourself heavily injured. Now again, this is a sign. Now this style of dream, we don't like it. So you have to be very careful. Again, take MC for that day. Okay. And the last one is something to do with, we feel that the last one we should focus on is the blessing item that you have on your body. For example, some of us like to wear jade. Some would like to wear bangles and so on. Now, if inside your dream, this bangle or this jade is being broken for whatever reason, again, this is another sign that you have to be careful. So if you face these 4 dreams, then my advice is take a rest, stay at home, watch a TV.
Relax Netflix.
Correct.
About the jade or like the protective thing, like whatever things that we wear, right? What if physically we lost it or we broke it?
Okay, physically broke it is also a sign that something is coming. For example, if I'm wearing a jade bangle and that day I accidentally knock it and it breaks, then that day itself, I had to be extra cautious. Then we had to, maybe crossing the road, I had to be careful. Maybe whatever I do, whatever I eat, whatever I do, I had to be careful. Because something might come that day.
Okay. Like other people say like, what? Tang sa.
Tang sa. So the jade basically broke off the sa, but it's not over yet. So you have to make sure that the whole day is over.
I see. Okay, good to know. Okay, the next, because maybe I may buy a car in future, right?
Yeah.
So when that time comes, okay, that I got a new car, actually what can I do to bless the car with luck on, you know? So, and hopefully that we don't get into a lot of accidents issue.
Yeah. So usually when you buy a new car, so nowadays a lot of people like to change car in Singapore. So buying a new car, the first thing that when you collect the car, you need to wash the license plate.
Wash the license plate.
Yeah. So
how to wash?
You have to use what we call the flower water. So it's like doing a flower bath. So you use the flour, mix it with water, put in the pail, take a cloth, use the water, and wash the license plate.
Any flour?
We call it the 5 flowers that you can buy, 5 different kinds of flour.
Oh.
Okay, put it in the pail, use the water, and clean the license plate.
So any 5 different flour? No specific flour?
No specific flour, okay? And then soak it in the pail and use that water to wash the license plate.
Okay.
This way is called giving blessing to the car. Second thing you need to do, you need to put a red ang pao, called the red packet, in the front of the car, means your windscreen in front, inside the car, for about 1 week. So after 1 week, you can take it away.
Ang pao with the money on?
You have to put a $10 inside.
Okay, just 10 will do.
$10, because what you want, in Chinese we call 鸿运当头. Means it has a red head in front of the car to give usher good luck for the car.
Okay, and $10 is also red color.
Correct. Then once that is done, then you can follow by hanging whatever your special blessing element that you want to hang on the car. So these two things must be done the moment you collect a new car.
Okay. So number one, bathe your car plate with 5 different flowers water. Okay, just the
Correct.
car plate will do lah. Okay, represent the car. Number two, ang bao, red ang bao with $10 inside for a week.
Yes.
Then after that, we can hang anything that we deem like it will bring us
Auspicious,
luck, right?
yes.
Auspicious
Correct,
thing.
correct.
Okay, just suddenly thought of this question.
Correct.
Because I took Grab, right? Sometimes I see those Grab driver. Wow, got one very, very 夸张. This is the driver's seat, right?
Yeah.
He exactly have like a mini house in front of him.
With Buddha inside.
Yeah, with Buddha inside.
Yeah, correct.
Would I mean, I feel like this is a little bit too much. Like, it will kind of sort of block the view, you know, like. So what's your view?
Okay, so Grab you couldn't control because it's his car. But if you are the owner of a new car and you have intention to put a statue, that depends on the owner religious basis. But from a feng shui perspective, right, this doesn't really have much impact on the car. But to a certain extent, some people will think that it's not good. Why? Because basically you're putting a statue of a deity or Buddha, and then imagine you park your car inside the hot sun at 12 o'clock. Then hot sun is shining on their house, and house is very hot. Then
may not like it.
May not like it. So it depends how individual takes it.
Some people, they put like 整个森林这样, you know, like all the trees. I'm like, okay. So it's also just, I mean, good to have, but not too much, right,
Correct.
Sifu?
Good to have.
Okay. All right. This is regarding, for those who are still working, you know, I have met quite a number of my friends. They feel down. They don't know whether they should come out of the work. Should they start their business? So how do we know, Sifu, that is the time that we come out and start a business instead of keep working as an employee?
Okay, usually the right age we call it in Destiny Ring is somewhere around age 35 and above.
Oh.
So because by age 35, you would have gathered quite a bit of skill, a bit of knowledge, and a lot of experience in life. Now, after 35, this is the peak time between 35 to 45.
Okay.
This is the right time for you to come out and do something on your own if you feel that, working for people is not the right choice.
Any sign that we could tell?
Okay, usually the sign that will come is that when you feel that after changing job 2 times, you couldn't get along well with the employees or the colleagues and the bosses, and you just feel that, working in a very rigid 9 to 5 job or 9 to 8 job is not good for you. That energy is trying to tell you that you got to divert out from the path and do something on your own. But usually, in order for you to do that, you need to find a destiny master to give you guidance. What kind of industry you need to go in. So it's not that I want to start business, I can start straight away.
Yeah.
I need to know what industry is good for me.
Yep, I remember because there are 2 gong wei, right? One is the career one is for your wealth one.
Correct.
Which is the wealth one that we want to focus, right?
Correct. To understand where is our wealth is, then we can work towards that direction and spend the next 10 years to build your own business rather than to work for someone else.
I see. So for the audience here, if you have been changing job for twice and, it's not a problem, you have been doing good, you try to do good and yet still bumping into a lot of problems, and this is when the universe, the energy is telling you, hey, you should be your own boss, right?
Correct.
Just that before you really jump into a business, get some get your trusted master
advice,
advice
yeah,
to see which niche suits you best.
Correct.
So now, once this person, the next question is that once this person is out, to have their own businesses, okay, like to boost their luck, or even like someone like me, self-employed, have to do sales. What are the things that we must have?
Okay, if you are doing sales, right, there are 2 things that you must have for sales. Number 1, you must have luck.
Okay.
All salesperson without luck is not going to do very well.
Yes.
The other thing as a salesperson you need is, we call it the social skill. The social skill not towards entertainment. Social skills to go able to read the body language or the facial expression of the potential customer. Now, by understanding this facial expression, whether is it positive or negative, then it give a boost to this salesperson. How am I going to talk to this customer? Will there be a 75% success rate or higher chance that this guy or this woman won't buy anything from me?
So it's like for all the self-employed or the bosses out there, right? It comprises of two things. One is definitely the luck, and then it's a social skill, like the fact that we can read people.
Correct.
So one is something that we can do it consciously. And what about the luck? Like, how can we improve luck?
Okay, luck-wise, like I spoke earlier, we have to boost our general luck. Once we boost our general luck, then when we do whatever sales we are able to secure success. How do I get luck? Then you got to find your individual destiny reader master to give you a list of things that you can do to boost your luck. Okay, I give a few examples.
Okay.
So example number one, for sales, I would recommend that the customer eat one red egg every day. Red hard-boiled egg. Okay, then they have to peel the skin off the egg and eat the egg. Some may not eat the egg, but what the action that I want is the peeling of the egg skin. The eggshell, basically. Peeling of the egg scales in Chinese is symbolized 脱胎换骨. Begone the old, welcome the new. So that is called bringing in new energy into the life.
Why must be red? 同运当头.
No, red color is, in Chinese, we are very particular red because it represents auspiciousness, like Chinese New Year, almost the whole house all in red in color.
Because I do eat hard-boiled egg every day, but not the red color hard-boiled egg. Like I did peel the shell. Okay, I got it. Okay.
So basically, there's a list of steps that we can do other than just eggs. But this will able to boost our overall individual luck.
I see.
Yeah.
On top of that, definitely the mindset is important as well.
Correct.
Like, don't go around bringing the negative mindset or the angstiness, right?
Correct.
Okay. So for those who are still working in the office, or even sometimes a salesperson have to go into the office, right? Okay. Can Feng Shui be used in office? Like how? Like what can we do other than a mindset thing that, Sifu has been very specific about the open-mindedness? What are the things that we can do or buy? Because, I'm just lazy. Sometimes I just want to rely on something that I feel good to have it in the office.
Okay, first and foremost, we are working right now, I think most companies are practicing shared table, shared office.
Yes, correct.
I guess to save costs, but some of us has no option to choose. Now, in Feng Shui, we're quite particular of seats that is very near the door. So let's say you are given a sitting table near the door. Then in Feng Shui perspective, not too good because it represents you'll be the first to be out of the door. So you and the office energy usually cannot connect. So it's always better to be away from the door.
Like the main entrance door.
The main entrance door.
Okay.
Secondly, we doesn't like our office table to be near the toilet. So the best is away from the toilet.
Okay.
Okay, so we like to choose our table. Again, this is up to whether you can choose the table.
Okay.
Okay. And thirdly, we doesn't want it to be near the pantry. So as long as your table is not near the door, near the toilet, not near the pantry, higher chance you stay in the company much longer than most people. So it's quite important. But given the choice, given that you cannot choose, let's say the company put you at that position, then what can you do to make sure that you stay longer in the company?
Yes.
So then I would suggest that because you couldn't change your seat, you need to be you need to position yourself well in the company so that you don't lose your job. Then I would recommend that don't buy anything. All you need to do is look for your figurine. Figurine, for example, if you are born in the year of the goat. So the goat itself has two assistant figurine. So the goat, the rabbit, and the goat, the rabbit, and the pig, they are a combination.
Is it like the 三合,
三合。
六合?
You use a 三合 for office. Okay, 三合 means the goat, the rabbit, and the pig. They are a combination. So all you need to do is make sure you have a rabbit and a pig on the table.
I see.
For the goat. Then for the tiger, it will be the horse.
And the monkey, is it?
No. For tiger is the horse. Wait. And the dog.
Tiger, horse, and the dog.
Correct.
I see. So like for those who not sitting near the pantry, toilet, or even a door, to improve their luck, they can also buy the 三合, the fingering.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, the next question. So there are some young couple have kids. Okay, they need maid, right? Like my friend. But every maid that they pick, somehow or other is not suitable one. A lot of problem. So how to look for a good maid?
Usually, customer kind of see me for maid selection because some of them, after picking maid, one or two maids, right, usually doesn't come in successful because the maid couldn't click with their family, or sometimes the maid has issue.
Okay.
So what I do is that normally I don't look at the bio data of the maid because most of the bio data can be inaccurate.
True.
So what I do is we look at the facial picture of this maid.
Wow.
So that's a basic understanding. So if you're choosing for a maid, number one, try to make sure that the eyebrow has a gap about 2 fingers apart.
About 2 fingers?
Yeah, 2 fingers apart. So if it's too close, usually the maid is a bit more stubborn. So when the maid becomes too stubborn, is unable to follow your pattern or your instructions. And that makes the maid difficult to adjust to your household.
Okay.
Number 2, look out for the ears. The bigger the ear, the better, because they can hear better, they can take your instruction better.
Okay.
Okay. The smaller the ear, the lesser she will listen into your instructions.
Should we compare the ear with the owner's ear? Like, for example, if I'm hiring my maid, I'm comparing my maid ears and my ears.
Don't have to just look at the facial. If the ear is higher, around the eyes level, that represents that the maid usually very smart. So they'll pick up very, very fast. Okay. And then, of course, the last part we look at is the nose. Okay. We call it the bigger the nose, the better, the more obedient the person is. Yeah. So if you can take these 3 parts, the eyebrow, the ears, and the nose, it's better than looking at bio data.
Okay. So I repeat again, 2 fingers gap for the eyebrow, right? And then the ears, if it's around the same level as the eye, means it's smarter. Okay, the bigger the ears, better. And the nose, the bigger the nose, the more obedient, right?
Correct.
Thank you for the tips, Sifu. Next time, I can share with my husband.
Okay.
Then when we speak about kids, right? Because some of my friends, the kids somehow or other, every other weeks, they are sick. They fall sick. I'm not sure, does this have something to do with the house feng shui or whatsoever? Because before they move into a new place, right, they were okay. After they move into new places, maybe together with a big family, right, the kids always fall sick.
Okay, usually children fall sick because they are young. They are more sensitive to the energy. So when I talk about energy, we talk about the house energy.
I see.
So if the house energy is weak, then there's always high tendency that children will fall sick. So to counter this effect, rule number 1, we need to understand the position of the bed that the children sleeps in.
The position of the bed that the children.
So this one, you will need to have an individual sifu to guide you along how you position the children bed. Okay,
why is that matter though?
It does matter. So let's say, for example, if the bed head is facing the door. So every time when you open the door, there's a direct crash of energy of the door against the bed head. Then higher chance this boy or girl will fall sick easily. The second way is that you put your head too close to the window. So as you know, as window, there's a lot of wind gusts or wind flowing in for the window. This wind will affect the children's head. And then higher chance the children will fall sick. So the position of the bed is very important. And the third thing is that some houses, they have ceiling fan.
Yes.
Now, if the ceiling fan is directly above the children's head, and again, there's this energy suppressing on the head, then again the children will fall sick.
It's like exact directly above
Correct.
the head.
Yeah. One way to reduce the impact may not be a lot, but we can reduce by 50%, is that you put 4 glasses of white salt. You put the tequila small glasses, put under the bed. Okay, the bed lid, where the bed lid is. Yeah. Okay. So if your bed doesn't have a bed lid, then put at the side of the bed. So these 4 small glasses of white salt were able to counter the negative energy by at least about 50%.
Wow. So how frequent should we change the white salt?
Usually, you have to be observant to the white salt, because once the salt hardened, probably after about 3 or 4 months, then you have to change the salt. It has to be soft. But over time, it gets hardened.
I see.
If the house energy is not that good.
I experienced this before, like last time when I stayed in another place, right? I didn't know, I didn't really believe in feng shui back then, few years ago. And then I put my bed, the head, right, it's actually just right at the window there. And then I started to realize like, how come I always fall sick,
Yeah.
Because I'm not a person who gets sick easily. Then I started to wonder, what happened? How come like almost every single day or one every 2 weeks, I fall sick? Then I started to went and search. Oh, okay, because of the bed position with
Near
the window.
Yes,
the window.
Correct. It affects our brain, it affects our mind.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. So, the position of the bed is very important. And then if wanted to do something to improve by 50% is by putting the white salt.
Correct.
Okay, for every corner of the bed.
Correct.
Okay. And when we talk about this feng shui at the house, right? Is there something that a couples can do, to improve the relationship?
Okay, so let's talk about what can cause problem to the relationship in the very beginning. So rule number 1, we do not like artificial plants or flowers inside the house.
Why?
Because when we look at artificial flowers, we call it fake energy. Fake energy means energy is not real. For example, in Chinese, they call it 假情假意. So everything is fake. So the relationship be fake, the love will be fake. So we try not to have too many fake plants or fake flowers inside the house. Okay, more so not in the master bedroom.
Okay.
Because this fake energy will cause disruption into the relationship. That's rule of thumb number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Rule of thumb number 2, the master bedroom is where the couple relationship is always there. So this room is very unique. You're going to make sure that the coloring is correct. So coloring means the wall color of this room cannot be purple, it cannot be pink.
Oh, why?
Because purple and pink will have this strong love energy to the extent that you might have a mistress or you might have a third party entering this couple life.
Wow, okay.
So avoid purple, avoid pink in the master bedroom.
The wall painting.
The wall painting.
For some girls, they like pink so much.
Correct. So the more pink you are, the higher chance the relationship will face some issue. Okay. So if you can avoid these 2 things, the relationship will always be good for every couple.
So no fake plant, fake flower. That's number 1. Number 2, no pink or purple
in the master
painting
bedroom.
the master bedroom.
Correct.
Interesting to know. I mean, up until now, if the audience realize Sifu never really asked us to buy anything. Either it's like how to change your situation or what not to do. Okay, interesting. Okay, I have this question for my friend, okay, because she asked me, she's trying the rose quartz, right? The rose quartz, because she's trying to find a partner. So she's asking me, hey, how can I, amplify this rose quartz to get a partner into my life? So I'm gonna throw this question to Sifu. Okay. From the feng shui perspective, right? What can my friend do, right?
To bring in good luck in romance.
Yes, correct. To find a proper partner.
Okay, so rule of thumb, the first thing, of course, if she has already bought a rose quartz, okay, we should not put it in the storeroom, take it out and use it. Now, this rose quartz has to be beside the bed.
Beside the bed?
Yeah, it can be on the left or it can be the right of the bed, where the bed head is. Put it near, okay? And then, of course, doesn't mean that putting it there, it will help you with the romance luck.
Yep.
So you have to touch it every night before you sleep.
Okay.
When I say that before you sleep means, let's say you knock off at 11 p.m. at night. That means around 10:45, 10:50, you got to hold the quartz and touch it. Okay, feel the energy that you have, put it back, and then go to sleep.
Okay.
So this is how you can activate the quartz luck.
Oh.
That's one way. The second way, then that means there must be a painting of a vase with a lot of flowers.
Wow.
Okay,
and
now,
with the real flowers?
No, it's just a painting.
Oh.
Painting of a vase with flowers.
Ah.
Now, this painting can be opposite the bed or behind the bed head.
Oh.
Okay, so that means when you wake up, you see this beautiful painting of flowers. You remind yourself that you are beautiful flowers.
Ah.
Or the painting is behind the bed head. So before you sleep, you can see yourself a lovely kind of feeling. By doing so, you will attract a lot. So when you become the flower, the bee will come. So the bee is the guy.
Oh,
so when the woman become the flower, the bees will come. So with the quartz next to you and with the flower energy, then there's very high chance that relationship will come in.
Thank you, Sifu. I will share with her right after this.
Okay.
I'm going to call her. Okay, this is what the Sifu said you can do. So for the rose quartz, I'm just curious. I just suddenly thought of this. Like for example, me and my husband, right? So since we're already married, can the rose quartz also sort of like improve our relationship? Or should we not doing that because it's a pink color thing?
Okay, so pink color quartz is different from pink color wall. Pink color wall is a lot of pink energy. Pink color crystal quartz is just a small little ball. So yes, you can put it in the room. It's not much of impact. So what I mean earlier on was that when something is too much, if the whole room is pink color, that is not good. But it's just a little quartz crystal, I think that is okay.
Okay.
It can help to build romance between the young couples.
Oh, so the lesson that I take away is not overdoing it. Like we can do it, but not overdoing it.
Correct. Okay.
Thank you, Sifu.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this question is always one of the top in my mind. I have multiple friends, right? Like maybe after secondary school, suddenly their Chinese name change. Okay. So is really changing our Chinese names can improve our luck?
Yes. When we talk about how much, my answer should be about probably 20%. So for example, because long before we're able to communicate in languages, our forefathers, our ancient time, the human being communicate by making sounds. And that sounds is like calling a names. So names is a form of energy. So when we call the sound, we call it energy. So if you have a good name, and that name suits your, we call it the 八字, and it suits your destiny, then you increase luck by 20%. Now, if you have a not so good name, then when your luck goes down, that 20% is not going to help you. And then, of course, subsequently, a lot of bad things will come. So if we find that if our name is hard to pronounce, if our names has some, the pronunciation doesn't sound very good, then it's about time that you need to find a sifu to change that name.
So to change the name also need to look at the 八字, right?
Correct. Most sifu will calculate based on your destiny, what kind of name is suited based on the elements involved. But if you're able to change your name, you're looking at a 20% increase in luck.
So like from initially 20%, now you increase 20%, so become like 40%?
Correct.
I see. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, so for basic house hunting information, for new home buyer like me soon, okay, before really engage a feng shui master, right? So what they need to see to know whether this is a good place or is a good house to get?
Okay, so most young couple who are house hunting, sometimes it's too early to invite a sifu and follow you in your path of house hunting. If we keep looking at 20 houses, it's very difficult to get a sifu along.
True.
So the best is that you have to do your own observation of the house. And these are the 5 main criteria that I think is important. Criteria number 1, the house must be bright. Bright in the sense that on the daytime, in the afternoon, without switching on the light when you walk into the house, there's enough sunlight entering the house. It can be also a lot of sunlight at the main door.
Okay.
So what Feng Shui doesn't like is the house is too dark.
So
some unit is right at the corner.
Yep.
They are being surrounded by 3 or 4 tall buildings.
Yep.
So sometime in the afternoon, the sunlight couldn't get into the house. This type of house, we don't like it in Feng Shui. So rule of thumb number 1, it has to be bright.
Okay.
The moment the house is bright, it passes condition number 1.
Okay. Like sunlight.
Sunlight.
Okay.
Okay. Condition number 2, it should not be noisy.
Noisy as in like what kind
Okay,
of
for example, if you decided due to convenience, you want to buy an apartment near the MRT track. Now, if you're living on the lower floor, whenever the MRT pass, there's going to be a loud noise going on. Okay, the track noise. Now, this can affect someone. Maybe it could be next to the expressway. So some expressway, 24 hours cars are moving. And it can be very loud. Some motorbike, ramming the motorbike, it can be very noisy. So remember, every house we want is that when we come home, we want to have a peace and quiet rest.
True.
If your house is noisy, then it doesn't fall to category 2. So 1, brightness. 2, less noisy.
Okay, more peacefulness.
Correct.
Okay.
Rule number 3, there has to be a light wind flowing into the house.
Like natural wind.
Natural wind. So whenever you go house hunting, make sure that the windows are open, the door are open. Stand inside the house and you must feel a light wind blowing through the house. So once the light wind can flow through, that means this house got energy. We don't like still air. So if you go into an apartment and you don't feel any wind at all, it's not a good house. Okay, so it has to be a small, too strong the wind also we don't like. So
Why?
it has to be an average.
Okay.
Too strong a wind, we call it that the qi of the house could not accumulate. So wind comes in, wind goes out, means a lot of wealth will be lost.
Like cannot contain the well.
Correct.
Okay.
And number 4, look around the surrounding environment around the unit. Example, the neighbor's plant. If you go into house hunting, be observant to the neighbors around you. If they're growing a lot of trees and plants, if the plants are all very healthy, that means this area, the energy is very good. If the neighbors, you put a lot of dead plants outside, then this house has a lot of problem. Okay, this is number 4. Okay, the last one I would say that is the smell. Okay, so when you look for house hunting, try not to buy those houses where it near the rubbish dump, a rubbish queue, where very near a big rubbish center. Okay, or your unit is very near to the main rubbish queue where everybody need to throw things. Now that has a strong smell that will enter your house. So we don't like that kind of smell.
Like the not pleasant kind of smell.
Correct. This will affect the feng shui of the house. So if you can manage these 5 and you pass all these 5, this is a good house.
Then the rest we will leave it to the feng shui
to check for you.
To check.
Correct.
So what are the things to actually left for the master to check?
So master will check based on your destiny, whether this house luck and your luck, is there a match or compatibility? If yes, good. If no, the master will offer some feng shui suggestion from there onwards.
I see. So the first criteria is to pass that 5 first.
Correct.
Enough sunlight, have a little bit of wind.
Yes.
And then not noisy, at least like peaceful.
Correct.
Number 4, the environment, the energy must be good. Like for example, look around for the plant around the places.
Right.
Then number 4, not smelly.
Number 5 is not smelly.
Number 5 is not smelly.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then after that, we will look for master to see if this house fit into my destiny number.
Correct.
Okay. And how important are elements like water and plants in feng shui practices, for example, in a house?
It's very important. Okay, water is one of the important elements in feng shui. Okay, water has to be in the right place in the house, so to generate good qi into the house. So it's very important where the water is. So most master that go to your house, you always focus on where your sink is. Okay, so where the toilet bowl is, to understand that where is the water movement in the house. So at the wrong place, at the wrong sector, this house has no luck.
So like if the sink not at the right place or the toilet bowl not at the right place,
correct.
may not have luck also.
This will affect the luck of the house.
Is this the reason why some people, they get like the fake mountain with the water thing?
Yeah, so in certain place of the house, there has to have water. And if you don't have, so some sifu will encourage you to get some water feature, or maybe put a fish tank or something water at that sector to bring water into the house. So to us, water 为财, 水为财. So water is actually wealth. So you have it in the right sector, that means this house of wealth luck. So your career will generate the wealth into the house.
I see.
Okay, the other one is plant.
Yes.
Now, plant is a living organism. So living organism in feng shui, we call it shen qi, something that's alive.
Yes.
So having a plant in the hive, basically in your house, basically brings that there's life energy in the house going on. But your job is to make sure that the plant is alive. As long as the plant is alive and growing well, the house will have life energy. Yeah. If you didn't take care of the plant, then unfortunately, the house energy will be affected.
I see. Okay, so our job is to make sure that the plant is, once the plant is in the house, it keep it alive.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the next one, quite interesting. How can we deal with negative energy or poison arrow in feng shui?
Poison arrow over negative energy means...
like sometimes some people like planted some negative energy to you, or like they try to do something funny towards you. Like,
okay, so are you talking about like backstabber or...
could be backstabber, or could be sometimes I heard some of my friends, they would say that, maybe this person do some black magic towards this person.
Okay, so when you have this feeling that someone might have done something bad for you, even though there's no evidence to prove it, so what you need to do is take a break, take a holiday, and leave Singapore.
Why?
Okay, so usually when it comes to this sort of poison arrow, it has to be, it cannot travel. So if someone doing something to you in Singapore, I take a short holiday, I go down to Penang, I go up to China or US. Once I leave Singapore for a week, right, this poison arrow cannot follow me to another country.
They have no passport.
Correct, it cannot travel.
Okay.
So once I'm overseas for a while, then I return, then I will escape this poison arrow. The moment you feel that something is not right, take a holiday, take a break, leave Singapore, because this thing cannot travel. So if it's stationed to hurt you in Singapore, it only in Singapore. Once you travel overseas, you expire.
Okay. Okay, this is interesting to know. Okay. So the poison arrow have no passport.
It cannot fly overseas.
Okay. All right. Then the last question would be, can the modern technology and gadgets interfere with feng shui?
Yes and no. Yes, to the extent that if your modern gadget is usually all electronic based, so if the feng shui master who usually bring the compass into the house, the compass will get disturbed because too many electrical interference. So when too many electrical interference, the compass will read inaccurate reading. Inaccurate reading then means the analysis of the house will be inaccurate. The method that he or she uses will be impacted. So too many electrical gadgets will affect the feng shui of the house.
Like what are the example of the electrical gadgets?
Like
that
it
we're
could
looking at?
be, we call it the karaoke system, a lot of electrical components.
Yes.
Speakers are electrical. Nowadays, people like to do gaming.
Yes.
So gaming, you have big screens, you got speakers and so on. These are electrical components. This type of modern gadget will impact on the reading of the house. So it might turn the house into a wrong reading.
So like for a house, let's say they have quite heavy on gadgets, right? So what can they do? Like maybe they need to switch off the gadget?
Yes. So that means that the masters that come and feng shui the place need to be mindful and to be away from the gadget, and all these machines need to be covered off before the analysis is to be done. So that he or she has a better reading of the house. So this type of gadget will impact on the house. Okay? The other answer to it is a no. The gadget no. So the answer to no gadget means that will this type of gadget play a part in helping the feng shui? Which what I'm trying to say is that can we use modern gadget to improve the luck of the house?
Okay.
The answer is no. Okay, you cannot use, for example, I want to use my iPad and with a tissue on the iPad and then put it in the wealth sector. Display iPad with tissue. Will that bring me feng shui luck? No, it doesn't help that way. So modern gadget of that doesn't work.
Okay, have to get like at least a physical
tissue there.
But if gadget play with like the sound, the music, then should be fine, or?
If you're looking at meditation purpose, yes, it does help in the mind. But if you're looking at generation of wealth through the PSU, it's not going to help.
Oh. Okay. Interesting to know. Okay. Sifu, do you have any extra thing that you would like to share with the audience?
Okay. My last thing for the audience is that for everyone is that this world of metaphysics, okay, I'm sure online, internet, there's a lot of teaching on the internet. It's not good to pick up bits and pieces from internet.
Why?
You may learn something, but you didn't learn the full aspect of that something. Sometimes that little information can bring in more problem than solution. So it's best that whatever you're not sure, engage someone that can help.
True.
And that will be better than to DIY yourself.
Agree. I fully agree. Just like how when it comes to financial planning, right? Like a lot of information can be found out there. It also causes problems sometimes, like because people just thought that they know everything with just the little bit pieces of information that they got. Yes, fully agree. Like for the audience out there, if you have any questions, feel free to find Sifu. Sifu has Instagram also. Okay, Sifu, you want to spell out your Instagram account? Master Victor. Okay, let me.
Yeah, awesome.
Let me search. Okay, I search for Sifu. Yeah, rest assured, Sifu is not going to ask you buy anything. As you see, throughout this whole session, he has not even mentioned something like, hey, buy this thing, you know. Sifu _master _Victor. Sifu Master Victor. So definitely, if anyone wish to have really genuine advices, really feel free to drop Master Victor questions, and he will always be happy to help also. Yeah. So, I mean, just a wrap up for this episode. What I learned. Okay, let me try to think. What have I learned? I would say number one thing that I've learned from Sifu definitely is that the misconception about when it comes to feng shui is always about like, buying things. Buying things to improve our luck. But throughout these months that I've been knowing Sifu, right, it's always about the mindset, the subconscious mind.
Correct.
How you react when you face this problem.
Correct.
Right? It's such a thing that would really change the feng shui, not so much of the things that you buy.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing that I've learned. Number two is that only when at very extreme cases, then you can do something about it, probably with some assistance, right? And then number 3 from Master Sifu today that I've learned is that you can do something, but not overdoing it.
Correct.
Yeah, just 刚刚好, just nice will do. Sometimes less is more.
Correct.
And I remember Sifu once told me, like, you know how to improve your feng shui in your house is simply not putting so much thing.
Correct.
I was like, okay, as simple as just need to throw my things, just need to clear my things, don't need to buy more things to improve the feng shui. Yeah, I must say thank you, Sifu, for sharing your knowledge genuinely with us. So until next time, I mean, if our audience have any question or any particular theme that you wish me and Sifu be doing about, feel free to let us know.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Sifu.
you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for being part of this incredible dialogue. We hope this episode has inspired you to embrace heart-to-heart dialogue in your own life. If you love to share your stories with us, DM us, comment below, or use the hashtag #HTHDstories. Your voice matters, and we can't wait to listen and learn from you. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with your friends. Remember, every genuine conversation has the power to make a difference. Let's make an impact together. Till next time.